Good morning. It's Saturday, March 12th. And the other morning, Amazon announced a stock split, a 20-for-1 stock split. That's one of the largest stock splits that I can remember happening on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, Amazon's stock is selling for close to $3,000 a share. So if the stock split goes into effect on May 27th and the stock is around the same price, that means you would get the stock would be worth about $150 a share. So that's a good thing for those people who own the stock, because they would have a lot more shares, and I guess that might mean an opportunity to make more money than they already have. But Amazon hasn't been performing too well over the last year or so. In fact, they have actually gone down about 16% in value during the last year or so. But still is a very attractive deal, and if this goes through, Amazon may become a member of the Dow 300 or the Dow 30 or whatever they're calling it, because up to this point they haven't had enough shares out there to qualify for membership in the Dow Jones average. Now, the stock split's not going to change Amazon's value. I mean, it'll still be worth $1.48 trillion, but the stock split obviously increases the number of shares. And Amazon has a program, they're going to buy back about $10 billion worth of stock. So that should help the stock go higher. And, Alphabet, which owns Google and some other things, did a similar stock split a couple of weeks ago. And there are several other stocks that are very high priced right now. Like, there are other stocks out there that may have huge splits at some point in time, like Tesla and the Chipotle Mexican Grill and BlackRock. There are plenty of stocks out there on the verge of a big split. So if you own Amazon stock, that would be very good for you. This could be very good for those people who hold the Amazon stock right now, because stocks tend to perform well after a split, just after the split. So you have to be careful. You should watch it. If you own the stock, you should watch it carefully, because historically the average gain 3 months after the split is about 8% or so, which usually beats the S&P 500 average, which only amounts to usually a 2% gain in that time. That's according to the Bank of America. Now, it's been reported that Jim Cramer, the stock analyst, the guy who goes crazy, his show is Mad Money, he's going to get rid of his Amazon stock, according to things I read. So there's differing opinions, and he's supposedly an expert, and he gives out lots of advice on his Mad Money show, and I don't know if anybody's been making money listening to him or losing money by listening to him. All I know is that he's a very popular analyst, stock analyst, and he gets a lot of action, and it may just be because he's part performer. So he's not recommending that you get in on the Amazon split. So I don't know what to tell you to do, and I'm not giving anybody any financial advice. I'm just bringing you up to speed on a major occurrence that happened in the stock market, the Amazon split. And it's following up the Google split. Talking about the market is a lot better than talking about the Ukraine and some of the other things that are going on. At least if you look at the market and you think you have a fighting chance to make some money, what's wrong with that? I'm not recommending it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't pay any attention to me about the market. I've done well in the market, but I don't give advice. It's not my thing. I disagree with many people who think it's a gamble. I think if you study hard and you pay attention to what's liable to happen, then you can make out okay. If you're not prepared to put the time in, then stay out of the market. Invest your money, find a good broker, invest your money, let him put you into some mutual funds or something like that, and be happy. Don't relax. Because following the market is a full-time job. You have to stay on top of it. It's like anything else. You got to study hard, you got to work hard to make money in the market. It's not like in the 1980s when you put your money in the bank and you were getting 12% interest. That doesn't exist anymore. So there's very few places where you can really put your money and expect to get a decent return on your money. The market is one of them, but you have to be very, very careful. If you look at your bank accounts and you look at the interest that you're getting in your bank accounts, it's a crock of shit. That's a waste of time and money, but you park it someplace because you got to use it. I try to keep as little in the bank as possible. I just have enough, for a 6 months emergency or something like that. But, putting money in the bank is just a waste of time. We're getting ripped off there. You put your money in the bank, you get 1% interest, and if you make a mistake, they charge you $20 or $30 or $50 a fee because you made a mistake of some kind. So there's very few places that you can put your money. The stock market is one of them, but you have to know what you're doing. So I'm not recommending that you put your money in the stock market or anything like that. In fact, if there was a better place to put my money, I wouldn't even keep it in a bank. If I kept it in the shoebox, I'd probably have a big higher interest rate than I'm getting at the banks now. So that's what I've got to say this morning. I think the stock split is exciting for those of us who own Amazon, and we'll see where it goes. And maybe in 3 or 4 months we'll revisit this topic and see if anybody really made any money during this stock split. So that's what I have today. It's it's different. It's not a war. It's not bad news. Right? The Ukraine is still going on, and I don't know what's going to happen there. So I leave you with that this morning. Have a great day. Bye.